Yeah.
All right. So we are stacked on top of each other,
Yeah.
Yes.
and I've got
Uh,
the card up in my boomerang hair.
Boomerang hair.
Boomerang hair. Whoa.
What did we settle to turn into southern goblins?
No.
Okay.
I was just
I'd be
giving
okay
my
with that.
voice a break. I was like, oh boy.
I'd be okay with that because my regular voice is southern.
All right.
All right, where are we going, Bill? All right, I would like to. So we have 3 doors in front of us, you said, right?
are we live?
We're live. We didn't break. I've been staying on the entire time.
Oh,
Dedication.
Nice.
I shouldn't-
Emphasis on dead.
If I cut this stream, I would have had to redo everything. So I just stayed on.
Okay. All right. Glad I didn't say all the terrible things I was thinking.
Oh man.
Man, Bill.
I know. It's like I was
Yeah,
about
I
to
said, no,
change
we're
clothes
not.
and everything, man.
I said we're staying live before you left.
All right. Cool. So, yes. So the situation is you're all on top of the wall. You are stacked on top of each other, as I almost positively designed this whole thing to be. And you have 3 doors. They are roughly about, like, if you were to travel upon the hypotenuse of the triangle between you and the doors, they're roughly about 150 feet away at the moment. So that's what you find yourselves in. And on top of that, there's just a ton of activity down below.
Okay. Do all of them look like they need a key card to use?
Why don't you roll a perception check?
That's good. That's good. That's good. 23.
All right, good. I had 20 in
Nice.
mind, so that's perfect. So
Nice.
150 feet is pretty far away, but in a moment of just absolute clarity, you're able to look at some of the people that aren't wearing these big flowing overcoats that you currently have on, and you look at their wrists. You do see a flash of blue light as some of the lights that are down below kind of reflect off of a bracer that they are wearing as they go in.
Guys.
I think we should choose the right one because it's the right one.
I was leaning towards. I don't know what my voice is doing. I had a bubble in my throat.
She was going goblin.
I'm going goblin. I was leaning towards the middle one, but
I could just antagonize everyone and say the left.
But neither of those are the right one.
well, some of those people, whatever they are, have what looks to be some kind of bracelet or something on.
Well, can we watch to see like can we watch the doors real quick? And when they open, and when we see people go in and the doors open up, can we see anything in the doors as they are open?
Yes, actually. So you spend maybe the next couple minutes watching people kind of go in and go out of the different doors. The ones on the sides look relatively similar to each other. There is a long hallway, and there does not appear to be any furniture or machinery or anything of that sort in what you can see. Now, you can really only see maybe 10, 15 feet down the hallway, so you don't get a full view of what's in there. What you do see in the middle is this one. It is a lot wider. It looks like you can see a little bit further down, just based upon your vantage point at the moment, and down the hallway you see the very, very bottom, because again you're kind of like looking at an angle. You can see the very bottom of another door at the very end of that hallway. So on the ones on the right and left, you can't really see that much, but it doesn't seem as though there's really anything of note inside of them. But the middle one does have a door at the very end.
Told ya.
Yeah.
What What's
We're
it
gonna
with,
follow Dizzy.
what's it with men and directions? Let's go down the middle.
Wow.
I wrote this down for weeks until she goes to sleep.
That would have been
All
fun.
right,
for
so
leftover.
I'll
So you've
maneuver
solved the
go-
question of which door to go through, but how do you get there?
Well, are there any like by looking, are there any stairs, any ladders that we don't have to jump down?
Ooh, great
But
question.
Chaffee, we have gravity on our side.
That's the one thing. Gravity's always reliable.
So Duffy, why don't you make a perception check?
I'll make my perception check right now. Okay. Oh, that's not good. I am a dumb goblin. That's a 6.
Oh no.
Oh no, I don't see squat.
Yeah, so you look to the right and the left, and you're so there's so much activity going on down below that your attention is just always pulled down, and you start to look off in the distance, and you can't focus that far away. So you don't know what's off in the distance to the side. But what you do see is in your immediate vicinity, there is no way down.
Well, we could always walk around, guys.
Are there like pipes above us?
Oh, that would be so cool if there were, but no,
So
no, there's no
like,
pipes.
slide, like
It's
swinging down.
almost like some kind of god designed it not to make it easy.
No.
Hmm. Let's see.
Well, what are the left and the right ends of this wall?
What? So, North, why don't you make a perception check?
We're inside this trench coat. I am at least twice as perceptive as Chaffee.
Probably
this is gonna be
still
good.
true. Probably still
That's
true.
like 22.
Holy crap, you seem better than me.
You're just speaking out.
I can see like finger pointing out. Oh, look at that! Look at that over there. Oh, what's that?
So, okay, so Dizzy and Fidget, you're facing Chuffy and Noth, and Dizzy, you're at the very top, and you kind of look over at the two of them, and you see this little hole open, sort of right in the center of their coat, and this eye pokes out, and it is Noth getting a nice little look over at the sides of this. And Noth, what you see over
Hi,
on the
pirate boy.
over on the far left of this wall is very, very clearly a set of stairs going down, because how would these guards have gotten up here if not for that staircase?
I assume they climbed. That's what we did.
You're very perceptive.
It's
I
the
get it.
magic's in the feather.
That's why I'm glad I have a feather too.
Yeah, but it's not on a tricorn cap.
Yeah. That's true. Okay. Anyway.
I told you I should have been the arms.
But your legs are so strong.
Okay, can we
I'll
stop
start
talking
walking
about your
towards the
legs?
stairs.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So you all start walking towards the stairs, and
Oh gosh, we're stacked up on
I
top.
guess you were like, whoa.
Hang on.
You just don't
Oh,
start
God.
running. Whatever you do, don't run.
so
I'm
at the
not sure I
moment,
heard that right.
at the moment, you don't really have any issues. It's basically putting one foot in front of the other. But now you have to navigate the stairs of destiny, as Noth and Fidget are very, very limited in their ability to see the stairs in front of them. So if your plan is, and I assume it is, to walk down the stairs and then sort of go amongst each other, please, I will need Fidget and Noth
Oh
Oh dear.
no. Roll
Do
well.
it.
to make a straight dexterity check.
Okay, cool. Okay, that is a 12 plus 3, 15.
Nice.
Whew.
Don't sigh yet.
Oh, I have advantage.
With Bill, wait. Don't sigh yet. You might be in the clear.
It's actually a 13.
Okay. So, Fidget, you have no problems. You take it very slowly, and in fact, it looks a little bit regal as you are very dignified in your descent down this staircase. Dizzy, you actually feel a little bit like your fantasies of being this regal lady are starting to be fulfilled as you descend in a most graceful manner.
Da, 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 da.
Noth, you also descend without any real issues, but it looks as though you are a poorly rendered video game character, as you're just like choppy going down the stairs, and you're like, oh, and oh on this side, but you both.
Not my fault. Chaffee hit the sauce.
I didn't
The
touch
potato
anything.
sauce.
So you reach the bottom, and I think with the addition of the Pass Without Trace, you are having very little issue with blending in. So you are free to do whatever you want to.
No. Tug is go forward.
That doesn't been that way.
Hey, no.
I try to I kind of you take his ears a little bit and kind of try to tug him a little bit to have to face him right towards the middle door.
Watch the feather.
Oh, I'm watching the feather. Okay, stop. Okay. We're right facing the door. What we're gonna do, we're gonna walk straight ahead.
Charge!
No, don't charge.
No.
No!
Are you charging?
Oh,
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious.
God, no.
I'm picturing like Naruto run, like with the arms back and.
Yeah. Oh God, I can see that in my head now.
Yeah. Totally.
It's canon. It's head canon now.
Yep.
charge!
Oh no.
I would like
Uh,
charge.
I actually have boots of speed on,
Okay.
oh God.
so I will click my heels together, and that will be 80 feet of movement.
Oh man.
Oh no.
I don't have that.
Hi.
So,
Oh no.
all right. So, would you please be very specific about the way that each of you are going into this room? It seems my understanding is that Chuffy on top of Noth are charging in at 80 feet of movement. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have no choice in the matter at this point.
Yes. So you're along for the ride.
Fidget and Disney are trying to keep that regal appearance.
Yes, you
They're
continue.
gonna just be
Yeah.
there. Okay,
Yeah.
they're the
Or
Fidget. I think they're the distraction. Let's go.
yeah. Yeah, I might have an idea, but we'll see. I'm
Yeah.
gonna just waiting for
Okay, so one very important question. I don't seem to remember Noth or Chuffy getting a bracelet.
They did not.
Nope.
Well, I wanted to make sure.
Nope, they
I
did
didn't
not.
want to steal Fidget's
We have the
thunder.
pass. That's it.
Unless,
All right, so
We're all gonna die.
so this extremely graceful Fidget and Dizzy are kind of walking and perhaps even doing a little bit of a wave here and there as you're walking along.
How about your
and-
business?
And we've got Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy!
I'm Leroy.
Jenkins!
I'm Leroy. He's Jenkins.
Dang it, Leroy!
So you charge forward
Oh, no.
and the door doesn't open, and the two of you smack right into the door, and it does not move. I'm just gonna roll a d6 because you're hauling. You are 80 feet of movement in one turn. You're like
Oh,
a cheetah has just run into a glass wall.
Oh no.
So the both of you, it's only a 1. So you take one damage of forehead impact damage.
I was using Chuffy's head as the spear point.
And then Chuffy, I think if you could please do a dexterity saving throw as your entire momentum is now stopped and your inertia is kind of is becoming almost bouncy as you need to stay on top of him or blow your cover.
I rolled a 15.
15 is TNT. All right, so oh my god, this is so silly. so
Oh no.
so this disjointed almost like the thorax of this being kind of like wobbles a little bit.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And but you stay on top, no issues whatsoever.
We
and
fall,
then-
but they don't fall down.
Oh, okay.
Fidget and Dizzy, you
Yeah.
walk forward and you're trying to like pretend that you don't know them.
Go about your business.
And who's actually wearing the bracelet?
Dizzy's got it.
Yeah.
Dizzy. All right, so Dizzy, you feel a bit of a warmth inside of your wrist as it activates and the door opens and
Quick, follow them. Quick.
Losers.
We're just gonna door shadow.
yeah, so you piggyback in and you are inside.
Yay.
And the second that you get across the threshold, the door slams shut behind you. Oh man.
They come in so bad. They come in so bad.
I
Yeah.
knew this was going to work. I am so glad I thought of this plan. Oh.
Wait, what? I will set you on fire later.
I will help you with it.
It would have gone much smoother if we would have chosen the right door.
We did choose the right
We
door.
did
The right
choose
door was
the right
wrong.
door. You chose the wrong door. Men and directions.
Also, side note, the only note I've taken this entire game, Bill, is wiggle tush.
Wiggle
That's
to
all
it.
that I got.
I am known for taking notes during games, and this is the
Yes.
only one
Okay.
I have.
It's very good.
It's the only note worth taking.
Yep.
All right, so what you see in front of you is a rather short, maybe 25 feet long hallway. It is rather wide. It might be 10 feet in width. The decor is incredibly Spartan. There is really no decorations whatsoever, but it seems to be incredibly functional. The floor is this beautiful hewn stone pavement. And the walls are almost like cinder blocks stacked on top of each other. The door in front of you, again, a very short distance away, 15, 20 feet, is made out of this very smooth steel with this. What are those? Like a bank vault door style thing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't appear as though it's locked, so you're free to move forward. The one thing that I will say though is, Dizzy, you in particular noticed that there appear to be these strange beams of light, and the reason that it strikes out at you is that there doesn't appear to be any real source of that. It almost seems that as though it's unnatural. But beyond that, that's pretty much all there is into this room.
Are they beams like they're coming straight down, or are they like
Horizontal.
crisscrossed?
Yeah, horizontal and crisscrossed. Yes.
Oh. Okay.
But I mean, that's really it. There's nothing.
You're nonchalant. Oh, it's just fine. It's fine.
The door seems unlocked. There's really nothing in this room.
Okay. I've heard about these lights. Don't touch them.
We're all gonna die.
Did you say touch him?
No, don't touch them.
And I get off
Oh.
of Fidget.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
I will put mashed potatoes in your socks forever. Don't touch the lights.
Some of them might like that.
True.
Well, I mean,
I don't wear socks, so
I
Yeah.
wouldn't do
I
that
think it
to you,
looks like
Fidget. Fidget, you're fine.
I think it looks like a dance party.
No, and don't charge. Don't charge.
Yeah, and I'll
was
get
gonna-
off. I'll get off and off too.
Okay, cool.
Oh, you crinkled my hat.
I'm sorry. Well, hey,
I take the feather from my ear.
do you want my other feather?
Oh, you earned it.
Okay, cool. I wasn't gonna give it to you anyway. I was just lying.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Yar.
All right. Let's see. We should probably go one at a time, carefully.
Okay. Carefully is my middle name.
I don't trust you, Chuffy.
Rude. But I'm the rogue. I'm sneaky.
Potato and sock boy, really?
Hey, it feels good. It's
Fine, prove yourself, sock boy.
Okay, I'll
Go
take the
forth
sock
and
off.
conquer.
good. Okay.
I'll take the shoe off again. Gonna put it in my pocket this time, and I will go forward.
Sneakily.
And so that was an extra plus 10 because of the one
Pass
thing.
without trace. Yeah.
Yeah, pass without a trace. All right.
Jordan, would you been checking Discord real quick?
Yep, I'm checking right now.
Cool. Gracias.
Let's see.
De nada.
That would be a 28 for my stealth.
Okay. Would you like to describe to me how you move up this hallway?
I'm almost imagining, like an almost an Elmer Fudd kind of sneak, kind of like that, as I'm doing as quiet as I can without the leather sound that they make in the cartoon,
Yes.
just like that.
Okay, cool. All right. So the way that you start moving up is a beautiful prancing movement, and you make it about 5 feet,
Oh no.
and you start to move into. And Dizzy, you see this as you're kind of watching Chuffy move forward. He starts to get really, really close to the light that you told him not to go into.
Oh no.
Don't touch the light.
Am I seeing myself go towards the light?
Yeah, right. And imagine this kind of like these beams of sunlight that are generating from really, it doesn't seem like it's anywhere, and it just moves horizontally across the floor, roughly at your head height, since you're a little
Okay.
bit shorter than.
So how much space is there between that beam and the floor?
Roughly about 1.5 feet.
Foot and a half. How much space above?
I would say. I mean, it's a pretty tall hallway, so
Okay.
you could get above it if you wanted.
Okay.
1.5 feet is also.
It's pretty high for a goblin, though, too.
Right. So if you wanted to army crawl, I think that would be appropriate.
Army crawl.
Okay. Okay, watch me work.
I get down as low as I can.
I'm gonna slow. This is called the snake move.
Okay. Why don't you do, since this is a special move that you're making, why don't you do an acrobatics check
And
as you Catherine Zeta-Jones through this?
Catwoman through it.
Wow, now that is an image.
Catherine
Yeah,
Zeta
that's
Goblins.
quite. I need to see fan art of this. I need all the things.
That would be 15.
Yeah, so you're able to get through without any real issues. You army crawl throughout the bottom of it, and you get to the other side without any real issues at all.
Okay. And I kind of stand up when I know I'm clear. Like, and I turn around.
What would the rest of you like to do? Fidget, what do you do?
I'm gonna. Okay. I think I'm gonna see him, what he does. Like, I can do that, and I'm gonna go behind him and attempt to
Okay. Why don't you
Yeah.
also make an acrobatics roll as you army crawl underneath these?
Okay. That is plus. That's a
I would like-
22.
22 is amazing. So after
Yeah.
seeing the example that Chuffy has set for you, you are able to get through without any real issues at all. Noth,
I would like to start taking bets on who breaks the light first.
My bet's on Chuffy. I'll bet you.
I'm insulted.
I'll bet you. You're far away. You can hear this. I'm
fair.
whispering.
Yeah.
I'll bet you 5 potatoes is Chuffy.
5 whole potatoes?
Yeah.
Oh, you're on.
Oh boy.
Hey, Chuffy!
Yeah.
Oh God.
I have a few potatoes over here for you.
Well, come on over and give me some.
Why don't
Okay.
you? No.
Oh no.
No. No. Why don't you work on the safe behind you? I don't know what my voice is doing, but I'm going with it. Work on the thing behind you. And then you can come over this way.
Okay.
I'm going to start working on the safe.
okay. Well, it's not a safe; it's a door.
Oh, the
Okay,
door.
The door.
Yeah,
I thought
it's
it
just
was
got a
safe.
safe opening mechanism. On the
Oh, okay,
side
like
of
a
it.
vault. Okay.
Yeah. Noth, did you say you're walking down?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you walk down carelessly and
Oh,
Not
no.
Yeah,
carelessly.
he
Well,
said he was following.
confidently, as
Yeah,
though
confident.
you're strutting the runway.
He's straying the wiggle tush.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get that
no.
barn pit walk.
I love the soundtrack that's coming from this.
Yeah.
And the second that one of the beams hits you,
Uh-oh.
the rest of the beams kind of go blank, and
Oh, no.
and the
Uh-oh.
whole room turns dark.
Oh boy.
And then you start to
no.
hear the sounds of water as water starts rushing.
Not more water!
And
Oh,
within
Chuffy, what did you do?
What did I do? I'm just standing here looking at this awesome looking door. What did you do?
He touched it!
Ah!
And I'm pointing at you. You touched the door!
Oh, my shoes are all wet, and gross again. And
now your pants are all wet.
Oh, we need to get out of here! Open the door!
So the
Okay, yeah.
so the room is filling with water, you said?
It is.
Okay, so I'm gonna like reach into my pockets or whatever and pull out like four potions of this weird liquid, hand them each one. Drink this now. Pop it, drink it, and this is water breathing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
I don't like water!
Yes.
Glub, glub,
Oh,
glub.
drink it, you'll be fine. It's fine. We got it.
It tastes like bad seawater.
As the
It is
water's,
bad
like,
seawater.
rising,
Just drink it.
As the water's like rising, Dizzy is kind of doing what the stereotypical cat would do in a situation, just kind of freezing up and just kind of like, hey. Except my cats. My cats actually love to take baths. But like,
All right, so well, I mean that does take some of the panic away as the water does get above your heads at this point, and you hold your breath for a couple seconds, but you trust Fidget. He seems, I mean, he's got goggles, so he must be legit. So
The
you
goggles, man.
test out your breathing capabilities, and it seems like you are able to breathe underwater.
Dizzy's just frozen and floating.
But now the entire room this is a massive volume of water. It is a solid column of water at the moment.
Well, I think we know where all the water went.
Don't you mean glub glub? We are in water. Do you have water speak? That would be awesome.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna start finagling with the door, see how I can open it.
Okay, why don't since especially now that you're underwater and your movement is a little bit restricted just by the fact that you're underwater, why don't you make a strength check? And you're gonna have to beat a 12, but please do it with disadvantage because you're underwater.
Good. Ah, crap. I rolled. Let's see. I rolled a nat 5, but I have a +5 to strength, which is a 10.
Okay, so it moves just a little bit, but you're trying as hard as you can. You're unable to do it.
Okay, I'm gonna try as I try to turn around and I motion to someone like trying to
Chappie!
Dizzy's just like one of those. Dizzy's like one of those doxies from the Harry Potter movie when they all like.
Oh, yeah. This is Dizzy's fault.
How is this my fault?
We're all talking with the finger blubbers down.
Hey, you suggested it. I went with it.
That's fair.
Yes, and okay, so
Yes,
I will
and.
go over and I will try to strong arm the door, and that will be, you said a
12, but with disadvantage.
Oh. I don't know if I need to roll a second time because it was a natural 1 on the first one.
Oh
Yeah, no, you got nothing. All right.
Okay.
How long does water breathing last?
An hour.
Let me see. It lasts. Why did I close it?
It's like actually a really long time.
Oh,
it's
it's
like
actually
24 hours.
8
Yeah,
hours.
Yeah, I
It's,
thought it was pretty decent. I thought.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's like.
And of course, here Dizzy's being the most helpful goblin. Gold star.
Oh yeah, it's 24 hours. We're good.
Oh, we're
Okay.
fine.
Oh, wow. Wow.
By the end of the 24 hours, we are swimming like fish at this point.
Yeah.
Or they
I'm
smell
slowly
like 'em.
sinking because
But
of
you're
my
all
armor.
wrinkly.
I'm slowly
Yeah.
sinking because of my armor. I'm Jamie Lannister.
Oh, no.
Oh no. Okay.
So.
All right.
You want to explode that door, Fireboy?
I can. Okay, so maybe not fire, but he nods, pulls another potion out of his jacket, motions for everybody to get away from the door, and then he's gonna put he's gonna open the thing and put some sort of weird powder, like weird other stuff in it. It's solid because they're underwater, and I want this to work. And then he's gonna throw it out the door, and he's essentially casting shatter
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh.
on the
Nice.
door.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. This is. I never said it'd be quiet. I said it'd work.
Fair.
So
What kind of good heist would not work without some kind of explosive sounding thing?
That's why you have me around. I mean,
Maybe
honestly,
the water will deaden the sound.
Toink.
Maybe.
Toink.
okay.
Okay.
So a sound travels very, very well underwater. And in fact, like that's one of the top reasons there are depth charges for submarines.
We don't
so
know that.
Yeah.
we are 100% blowing this door open.
Yep.
You don't even need to roll. However, you all, even though you swam away from it, you are all going to take the amount of damage from the shatter spell as the sound waves travel.
Actually, wait. Let's see. Shatter is what, a
10-foot.
second? Yeah. Okay. I'm casting it at second level. I have a thing as an evocation wizard, to where it's evocation. So okay. So up to 3 creatures will automatically pass their save and take no damage. I'll take the brunt of it.
Oh wow!
Oh, wow.
Spell sculpting.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right,
I'll
so
take it. They're
that's
good.
beautiful. So the sound waves definitely emanate out from this thing, but your ability to shape your
Okay.
spells allows these sound waves to travel around your
Taking one
fellow
for the team.
compatriots and then hit you alone.
Yeah. Taking one for the team. Let's see what that does. Oh, 12,
Oh, no.
16.
Okay.
Oh,
Ah,
oof.
ooh, that
Yeah,
hurts a little
it's
bit.
fine. I'm fine. Beaten up, but I'm fine.
You're the dog with all the fire around him.
Yeah.
That's like, it's
Yeah.
fine.
I give it a smile and a weak thumbs up, like, yeah, it's
Oh.
cool.
All right, and so
He's our
here's
hero.
here's what happens to the door. The door no longer has this handle on it. In fact, the door swings open and breaks off of its hatch, its hinges, and this entire column of water turns into a giant super soaker, sucking you down towards the door
Oh.
frame and then launching you out into the next room.
Yeah.
Let's just take a quick second and describe what the next room looks like, and then we'll kind of resolve your projectile entrance. So
That's one way to put it.
Yeah.
Basically, Bill is setting us up for our deaths. This is what's happening.
So
Yeah.
the next room is it is massive, and where you find yourselves actually at this level, there is a circular platform, and it's relatively small. It might be 15 feet in diameter, and it goes around a central pillar. The central pillar goes all the way up to the top of the room, and that might be something like 100 feet up. It is a just massive room. It's conical, and the room, the walls of the room continue out around you right now. So this little central platform is right in the middle of a much larger room that continues down below you at the moment. As you're flying through the air, you look down, and what you see down below you is roughly about 40 feet down below. There's a few things. This central pillar leads all the way down to the bottom through the platform that you're currently sailing over. And branching out from this central pillar below you is 3 separate faucets or taps that are positioned atop 3 funnels. And each one of these leads into separate pipes that head out of the room in kind of a radial direction. One of the faucets has a massive cork shoved into it. You assume that's what you have to dislodge. Around the base of the pillar are 4 massive stone giants, and they're positioned around 4 spokes that are emanating out of the central pillar, very, very bottom of the room. And each are pushing one of the spokes in a circle so that they move the pillar clockwise. And that is the room that you are currently sailing into at the moment. So I'm going to pause for a second and hand it over to you and see if you have any reactions as you are sailing through the air. Maybe a feather fall or a shield or something along those lines that might help lessen the blow of what's about to happen.
There's a part of me, just being a goblin, part of me wants to use one of my other fellow goblins as a sled, but I don't think that's the best idea.
You can do it on me. I have a thing. Have fun. Go ahead. You have my permission.
Okay. Well, here we go.
And while he's using me as a sled, I'm gonna chug a potion right quick. I'm burning through spells like crazy, but it's okay.
Hey, why not?
And and I'm gonna use it's stone skin. So
Okay.
until it ends, which is up to an hour with concentration, I have resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. So I am a stone sled right now.
Amazing.
All right. I'll grab onto the shoulders of Fidget and hold on tight.
As he becomes rigid and forms into a fidget toboggan, as you're kind of riding along the stream of the super soaker coming out of the room. Okay. Noth, Dizzy, do you want to do anything, or shall we just move on to resolution of what's happening?
I will begin lamenting my regrets that I was not paying attention the day the tale of the Featherfall was told.
No, I think I'm just playing with my hair at this point. Not really sure what's gonna happen, but going with it.
Okay.
Kind of accepting my fate.
So, all right. So why don't I think Chuffy and Fidget, I'm gonna separate you guys out, but Noth and Dizzy, why don't you both make dexterity saving throws?
Okay.
Oh no, you got a 1.
16.
All right. So Dizzy, you are in the midst of the stream of water, and you're still fidgeting around with your hairbrush, and you're not really paying attention at all to what's happening.
Nope.
You slam into the side of the wall, and then you start like the pressure of the water holds you to the wall a little bit as it all is just kind of spraying out, and so you're like frozen to the wall for maybe 5 or 6 seconds. Then the pressure drops. There's no more water coming out of the room, and you start to drop, and then you fall 30 feet.
Oh, no!
Oh.
Here we go.
Dang,
So-
there's gotta be fall damage here.
Yes, there is,
Sayonara.
folks.
Oh no.
Oh no.
This is my special way of killing Jordan's characters. Is
Yep,
falling
always
damage.
kills me.
Yep.
Oh,
So this
no.
is remind me, it's 3d6, right? For 30.
I think so, yeah.
Every
Yeah.
10 feet is a d6.
Yeah, it starts at 1d6.
It starts at the
so-
second 10d or the second 10 feet though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so
would
that's just 2
would that
then.
make a 2d6?
2d6.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's only 6 damage. That's not
That's
too
not
bad,
bad.
Jordan.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, 6 damage.
I'm
But you
okay.
are prone on the floor at the feet of 4 stone giants as they
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh crap!
Oh.
as they look
Oh,
down
God.
and they see
Alas! Poor Dizzy.
Oh, I
They
I knew
can't
her well.
Oh no.
Goblin.
We're about to see what was that Perkins character?
Oh,
He goes
yes.
out and he throws the
Yes.
bees at the giant fire giants, and they go.
Oh yes!
That's
what's
I
gonna
remember that. Oh, this is
happen.
not going to end well.
Oh no.
All right,
Hey,
Noth,
you can
let's
donate
go
and
to you
change
next.
the game,
Noth,
guys.
there's a railing up top, and as this water goes, you manage to like grab onto the railing, and you're holding on, and this pressure just goes over top of you as you wait for it to resolve. And Noth's old standby of grabbing onto the railing as hard as he can has saved him once again. So that's where you are.
Those are seaworthy reflexes right there. Grab the railing or go overboard.
And so Duffy and Fidget, you both you don't take any damage, but you essentially do the same thing as Jordan did. You kind of ride Chuffy, you ride Fidget along the stream, and then you're able to safely navigate the Fidget toboggan all the way down to the bottom. So that is the situation that you find yourselves in right now. I will say that the stone giants are not terribly intelligent. So if you would like to do something, I would encourage you to do it now before they start acting.
Yeah.
I'm going to see.
Let's see if I have anything at all.
I'm gonna
Yeah, that's what
channel
I'm doing.
divinity, and I'm going to like pull my cloak over, and I become invisible. I'm gonna dash, run.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh
I'm gonna
nice.
channel my divinity and run.
Okay, so just to recap though, you do see the plug, and that is the golden apple that you're supposed to retrieve from this thing. Is pull this thing out of that faucet. So You're in the thick of it right now. So you are running away, and where do you go? So again, just to sort of recap the structure of the room right now.
Yeah.
You are in the basement, and the only way out that you're able to see at the moment is back up to the platform and out through that front door.
And the plug is directly in front of me?
The plug is it's not directly in front of you. It's roughly about 10 feet off of the ground. So you'd have to get a really good jump to get up there. And of course, there's no guarantee that you'll be able to get it out. You'll have to make a roll to do that.
I will go invisible and I will run towards the plug.
Okay.
I'm going out. I'm gonna try and unplug it.
Why don't we switch over to Fidget and Chuffy?
I do have nimble escape, which allows me to take the disengage or hide action as a bonus action, and I will see if I can get behind that plug before they hopefully don't notice me.
Thank you for the donation.
Uh-oh.
One drop for Flimp. Give a legendary item to one of the characters for Philadelphia's game for Thread Raiders. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Nice.
Okay.
Maybe a deck of many things? Question mark.
Oh
no.
Oh no.
Oh God.
A deck of less goblins.
Yes, thank you so much for that donation. That's awesome. And the deck of many things might be a blessing. There's some good stuff in there. Not always, but there's some good stuff in there. You never know.
I've heard a lot of bad things about that too.
I've had some bad experiences with it.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
Give me a second.
Go for it. One time we played it, and I got the card that Travis got, Void, I think it was.
Oh no.
And we were makeshifting it, so it was like a Disney World. So I was stuck on the It's a Small World ride.
Oh no.
I was stuck in one of the animatronics. Forced to sing It's a Small World.
And do this the whole time.
You have to do this the
It's a
entire
small
time.
world, after all.
It's the worst.
Oh no.
We used to use Magic the Gathering cards.
Ooh.
Oh, that's kind of a cool idea.
All kinds of custom cards in there.
Yeah.
Bill's smile is scaring me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you find something good?
Of course
Or
you did.
bad?
I found something very stupid.
Oh no.
Oh,
Do it.
Oh dear.
Do it.
The
A
Cork of
Tarrasque.
Revival.
Is it
All right.
it's a Tarrasque?
And who are you
Oh.
giving it to?
Okay. Chuffy.
Oh no. Okay. Okay. So hold on. What am I getting?
So
Oh no.
So you use
no.
the hide action, and so you're looking around for just anything to find cover behind, and what you find is a giant barrel. It's a massive iron barrel, and it's got a little opening towards the back, and you just jump inside of it.
Oh.
And what you see inside once you get in there is just this cornucopia of levers, and you think to yourself,
Oh no.
No.
"What is this thing?"
I see levers. I'm in heaven.
And I just threw it into the Discord.
Oh no.
Oh.
Well, yeah,
I
you
was
just threw
thinking-
him into the Discord. Yeah.
I was thinking it was a quality device.
Apparatus
no.
of the crab.
Oh God.
Okay. Press of the crab.
Yes.
What is this? I'm
You
linking
did a
it.
vehicle?
I am linking
Oh, that's
it
gotta
for
be
chat.
awesome.
Hang on, Discord. You will get it in a moment. I will link it for y'all to adventure. Bill, I love your creative mind. It's just so beautiful.
It's so dumb.
But I love it. I
Oh,
love
God.
it.
So you start messing around with some of these levers now that you're in it, and you put one out, and then all of a sudden the barrel sprouts 6 legs.
Oh, no.
I'm drunk with power.
And then you move another one, and then it kind of crawls forward a little bit.
Feel the wrath of Chubby, the spider barrel.
It can attack. That's what I love.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So just to sort of recap what this thing is, it is the apparatus of the crab, which is a large object, and it has an AC of 20, and it itself has hit points of 200. And so basically, Chuffy is now inside of this armored vehicle that is fashioned to be in the shape of a crab, and he can now sort of. It also has an attack function, so that's cool. It's also got lights. I mean, come on.
Well, hey, that makes it even better. I love lights on my barrels. Let's see. I'm trying to find out where the attack is here.
So it's
It's
number
a little bit
5.
lower.
Oh, number 5. Okay.
Yeah, so it's got +8 to hit, and on a hit it does 2d6 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, okay.
And then you can also grapple it with an escape DC of 15.
Okay.
I didn't want
Never
to give
change, Bill. Never change.
a boring magical item like something useful.
I know. Brett was like, I guess he was the one that donated. He's like, a cloak of invisibility would work, but that could work too. After he,
Was that Brett?
I think so. Thanks, Brett.
Thanks, Brett.
You know, the good thing is that because I have this crab barrel armor now that
Yeah,
can attack and do all this cool stuff, I can be the distraction, and you guys can get the thing open.
Yes, I like that idea. And in that vein, let's just roll initiative so that we have a structure to our actions moving forward. We're not necessarily in battle at the moment, but I do want to have some structure to what we're doing here.
That'd be 6 yet again. I love my initiative rolls.
You said 6?
Correct.
Okay.
I got a 10.
19.
Fidget got a 10.
Yep.
You said 19 for Noth.
Yep.
And Dizzy?
4.
4. All right.
4.
So Noth, you are first. You are still hanging up top about 30 feet from the floor right now. Now remember, there is a little bit of a distance between the floor and the faucet itself. So with a good enough acrobatics roll, you think you might be able to land on top of one of the faucets. It's not the one that you're looking for, but it is one of them.
Okay, so I do not have any visibility onto the cork.
Not at the moment. It is a full-on faucet. So because you're on top of it, the cork is underneath.
I see. Okay. I guess I am going to well, I still have my boots going, I suppose.
Yes.
How would I get down there? Is it gonna have to be a climb? Is it like I'm not sure.
I mean, there are
see.
any number of ways. So you could hop onto one of the faucets underneath you. You could do a backflip down to the bottom of the floor. You could use some kind of spell maneuver. I don't know if you have rope.
Thank you for the
I do have
other. We have another donation.
Yay!
Oh God.
Chuffy,
Oh God.
Oh dear.
you fall in love with a random monster.
No. Chucky doesn't like us anymore. He wants to go home.
Thank you.
So,
Oh, God.
Chuffy, you actually pull one of the levers and like a small hatch opens to sort of let you see what's going on outside, and you catch the eye of one of the stone giants who just recently shaved that day, and they've got a nice braid going on. They seem to be rather fit for a stone giant, and
Oh God.
you feel this unbelievable attraction to them.
Mistakes were made when I was making that donation list.
Too late now.
My heart's all aflutter.
But let's resolve that after Noth goes.
That's probably going to tie in together pretty decently.
Okay.
So they're circulating the pillar, right? The stone giants are walking in a circle.
That's right. Yeah, they're basically the mules that are pushing the this thing around in a circle.
Okay.
I don't know how tall they are. I mean, that is
They're
another
pretty
option. You could hop on
tall.
one of the top of these things.
I was thinking I would. I was actually going to, and it's 30 feet below me.
Yes.
That's a bit of a hop, but I'll take it. Yeah, I will just sort of jump down.
Okay.
And I want to try and get 2 of these stone giants in a line because I have a javelin of lightning.
Oh,
yes. Oh yes.
Bring the
Okay, so
rain.
let's do the falling damage first.
Okay.
Which is only 6 damage. That's not too bad.
Okay.
And then so they are walking in a circle, and because they are set up so it's almost like they're walking in a sort of a square formation, you could absolutely get 2 in a row.
Perfect.
So what does that look like? Your lightning javelin.
I'm going to jump down full on superhero pose, and it wasn't a good idea
Like one
for
of
my
these?
knees. Oh yeah. Lying with one palm on the ground with a javelin up behind me, and then I'm going to pivot and chuck it straight through 2 of them. Is a 5 foot wide bolt of lightning zots for 120 feet. I want to say.
Wow.
Yeah. And they need to make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Uh, 17 for the first one and 20 unnatural for the second one.
Okay, so that is going to be 15 points of damage halved for because they both make it. So rounded down.
So 7 each. All right. Okay. You got their attention. They didn't like it. And
Did you hit my love?
It's a 50-50.
Let's say he did not.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've got he did damage to stone giants 3 and 4. You are in love with number 1, of course.
All right.
So 2, 3, and 4 go next, followed by Fidget. So Noth. One of the stone giants is going to try and pick you up.
Suck lightning!
So make a D80 17 dexterity saving throw.
Well, I have a second attack.
Oh, you do? Okay, go for it. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm a barbarian. I'm going to use my I would like to rage.
Okay.
I would like,
Hey.
I would like to politely rage.
I've never seen a polite rage before.
Just calmly rolls the sleeves up.
Yep, that's really polite.
Hold this for me.
And I'm going to hit him with the javelin. I'm sorry, with my pike +3.
Right.
Or not. Unless they have a really bad AC, because that's not good.
AC. Well, what did you roll?
Once again here. That is. Oh, actually, that's not that bad. It's 14.
Oh, yeah, that's a miss.
Can you feel the love tonight? Ooh.
Okay. Is that all you got?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So this time, make that DC 17 dex check, or dex saving throw, as they try and pick you up. Their massive hands.
All right. That isn't.
Jeffy, don't get too excited when I talk about their massive
18.
hands.
Ooh.
18.
I only have a +1, but I have advantage on it.
Yeah, so 18 is plenty. So they reach down and try and grab you, and you nimbly jump up and out of their palm as they just swipe and miss entirely. The next one then sees you jump out, and they are going to smack you with their great club. So this is a +9 to hit.
Does that mean they're no longer turning this thing?
Yeah, they're no longer turning it. Yeah. So that is a crit fail. So they take their great club and smash it into the wall, and this cinder block that forms the sides of this thing just smashes a little bit into pieces, and chips fly everywhere, and that's a huge miss as they lose their grip on their great club actually, and it falls down to the ground. Well, next stone giant then is going to take a swing at let's see.
Bring it.
Dizzy.
Yeah.
Great club attack.
Oh boy.
12 plus 9, 19, 21.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to take 28 bludgeoning damage. Boonk.
Oh, dang.
This is...
Now, I will say, Noth, as you saw this, now that they're stopping to push this thing, you saw the other faucets also stop pouring water. I don't know if that means anything. Continuing on, Fidget, you're up next.
Okay, so I'm pretty much in the midst of these things, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to. Okay, yeah, my stone skin's gonna disappear, and I'm gonna pull out this odd vial with like this green liquid in it. Pop the top, and it's gonna smoke. I'm gonna throw it at, let's just say, stone giant number 3.
Okay.
And they're gonna give me a wisdom saving throw. This is Tasha's hideous laughter.
Oh, nice.
It's laughing gas.
16.
Have some of that giggle gas.
16, I believe is. Wait. 16 is. Where is it at? 16 just makes it.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Take this. Oh, crap. And yeah, and that's pretty much going to be it for my turn.
Okay. So the next stone giant is up. They come over and they see Chuffy in the. This is stone giant number 1, by the way. They see this little crab and they pick it up. And
Come to me, my love.
And they look inside of it. And
Oh,
Chuffy,
hello.
that's their turn. Chuffy, it's your turn now.
Like,
Finally, my love has acknowledged me. Come to me, my love.
Notice me, senpai.
Oh no.
but I'm afraid I must do this because it's for the greater good. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I have to pull a lever with a tear in my eye as I try to hit stone giant number 1 with one of the claws.
Love her.
Let's see.
All right.
Let's see. That would be 26.
26. Yes, that hits for sure.
Okay, and then it was 2d6 damage. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 points of damage.
All right. Okay.
It hurts.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So now it moves on to Dizzy's turn.
Hey.
Dizzy, you have Stone Giant 2 that just smashed you. And you are more or less underneath the current faucet.
Yeah. Okay. How far is Fidget from me?
Fidget is probably 10 feet to your right.
Fidget, do you trust me?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think. Maybe.
And I'll cast Polymorph.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna turn him into a giant ape.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
A giant ape.
Yep.
In polymorph form, is he able to cast spells?
Oh no.
Probably not, but I can. But
But he'll have a lot of HP.
That is true.
Well,
What would
thematically
you
speaking,
prefer?
since I think I like the giant ape, but like thematically speaking, since he uses potions, the potions and the things would probably transform with him, so he doesn't have them anymore. Well, he's an ape.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's probably.
That's what
right.
I would
I
call
can
it. But it's up to you.
Yeah, my understanding of polymorph is, especially when
Fair.
you take a different form, is that like it's almost synonymous to what's it called, being a shape-shifting druid. And so when you're in
the wild shape.
Yeah.
when you're
Which
in your
I
beast
understand
form.
that.
So I think that's cool. You can keep doing
I'd
this.
be okay with it. It's
Are
fine.
you sure? Because if not, I have a backup plan if you're not okay with it.
I'm okay with it. Yeah.
Okay, you a giant ape.
I just pulled up the giant ape. I'm fine with it.
I was gonna do T-Rex for old time's sakes, but it's a CR above what I can cast.
Yeah.
So, I will do that. I think that's my action. My bonus action. Let's see.
By the way, Noth, you're up next.
Nope, that's all I can do. So I just cast polymorph. We got a giant ape on the field.
All right, beautiful.
Nice.
All right, Noth, you're up. This is the top of round 2.
All right. Well, I'm not the biggest fan of stone giants in the best of days. They're always looking down on me, and I just don't appreciate it.
Wow.
So I'm gonna attack their toes.
All right, so I'm going to I am raging. Yes. Playing a barbarian. I know how to do that. Okay, yeah, perfect. All right, so I will make 2 attacks with my pike. Which are okay, wait, hold on. Am I doing this wrong? What's the it's +2 melee damage.
Yep.
Okay, so there's not any bonus to hit. Perfect.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so a dirty 20 and a 15.
The 20 hits, the 15 does not.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I will pierce.
I'm gonna pierce him right through the ankle. Achilles heel.
All right, so that will be 12 points of magical piercing damage.
Beautiful.
And I'm going to use a bonus action healing word on myself.
Okay.
For 5 points of healing.
Okay. So you kind of do another jump up into the air and slam your pike into one of the big toes, and some of the toenail is cracked, and it's really, really uncomfortable for the giant. They don't like it. And then you heal yourself up a little bit, and then we move on to the 3 giants in a row. The one you just hit with your pike is going to try and smash you with their great club.
Bye. Blue punch burger.
So that's a 5 only, plus 5 plus 9, 14.
Nope. AC 16.
All right.
Can't catch me.
And then the other one goes,
I'm fast as fast can be.
the other one's all frustrated, and they're going to try and grab you with their hands as well. Please make a DC 17 dex check.
I don't think I'm going to beat a nat 20, but I rolled it anyways.
Woo! Nat 20!
All right. So again, you leap over their hands as they try and swat you out of the air. And then we move on to the one that was engaged with Fidget. Fidget, you are also a giant ape at the moment, so you have a nice little pool of temporary hit points, so to say, that are about to be taken up by their great club, Smash.
Yeah.
That is, oh god, that's a 3 plus 9, 12.
The ape's armor class is 12.
Oh, no way!
Oh.
Ooh, so that's 28 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Thunk.
It's 20. How
28.
much?
28.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, I still got plenty.
Don't jinx it.
It's fine.
Okay, Fidget, you're up next.
Okay, so I'm now a giant ape, and I just took the hit from the club. And in my head, it's like the ape still has the goggles on.
Yes. They're now little spectacles.
Like, they don't. Okay, and he's just gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna punch the. I'm gonna attempt to punch a stone giant. Let's see how that goes.
All right.
Okay, that is a 5 plus 9. That's not gonna work, but he gets 2 attacks. That is a 17 on the second one.
17. So it's
What was that? It.
hits.
What was that? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's. Let's see how much I can do. I gotta find my right dice here. That's 4, 10,
So is this like
15
King
plus
Kong?
6.
Yeah.
That's 20. That's 22 damage on that punch.
Whoa.
That just uppercut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it is like King Kong.
it's literally King Kong.
Wow.
Yeah.
20 feet tall. I thought it was just like a large monkey.
No.
Well, it's a huge beast, and its damage is like 3d10 plus 6.
Wow.
All right.
So
All right.
it's
Nice.
yeah.
So we've
You're
got King
welcome.
Kong just beating up a stone giant, and it's literally like, you know, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You see these two giant beasts going at each other, and you get one with a really clear uppercut, and their lip is bloody at the moment. Then we go to Stone Giant 1, followed by Chuffy and Dizzy.
Yeah.
So Chuffy, you just clawed their finger, and they drop you.
No, don't drop me, my love.
You're only about 10 feet up, so you're not going to take any falling damage, but the
Come back.
crab is upside down.
No.
And then-
Would you call it a pickup line?
Oh.
I think I died from the bad pun.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. So
Oh,
then now that you're prone upside down, they are going to take their club
oh no.
and smack the crab. The
Okay.
soft underbelly of the crab, which I believe gives me advantage, right? If you're prone.
Yeah.
So that is a 9 plus 9, which is 18. So even though it's got an AC of 20, so even though like you're prone and you're upside down inside of this legendary thing, like the strength of his attack isn't strong enough to even dent this barrel that you found yourself in. And Chuffy, you're up next.
Oh, God, is there any way for me to get out of this thing?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the door you came in is still there.
No. Oh man. I'm going to try to sneak out just a few feet while after he just came down on top of it, and I'm gonna pull out this long sword from my back.
Yeah.
And like,
How I loved you. How dare you?
and I'm gonna take the biggest swing of my little goblin life. Let's see.
Thanks for the host.
Nat 20.
Slash
Oh!
Whoa! What?
Okay, I will ask. I doubt this, but is he at any point below 100 life points?
No.
No,
Okay,
and we
bye.
just got rated. Thank you. Hello.
Yay.
Thank
Thank
you.
Okay, so in that case, everything is pretty much going to work like
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah,
Let's see.
This is going to be the great equalizer right here.
Let's see. That'd be 7 plus 7. That is 14 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go ahead and run back into the crab for cover.
Okay. So that'll be your bonus action to disengage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, gotcha. So you're back in the crab. Oh man, this is Chuffy's like bread and butter right here. This is gonna pop out and do 100,000 damage and then come back in.
Oh no! I could have done sneak attack, but no one's close enough for me for that. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Dizzy, you're up, and then we go to the top of the order with Noth.
Yay! I'm gonna whip out that boomerang and I'm gonna send it flying.
What are you doing with this thing, Jordan? The boomerang?
I'm not Jordan. I'm Dizzy. Dizzy wants to throw the boomerang. She hasn't been able to throw it all game.
You're fighting stone giants, and you're like,
Yep.
oh, good day, mates. I'm going to hit you with this thing. You're like a dingo.
That's all I can do right now because I'm keeping concentration. I can't cast another spell, but I'm concentrating. Okay. You know, you want the ape to go away? No.
No, I don't. No.
Exactly. All right, boomerang attack. That's going to be 8. It doesn't hit.
8?
8, yeah. So it just
Yeah.
goes flying.
Yeah, it just goes flying. But I think it's impressive. I mean, everybody kind of looks at it and says, wow, that's
Like the stone giants are like,
man, that's a
just
beautiful arc you got there, but I'm not going to do any damage.
whoopsies.
All right, do you have any bonus actions or anything? You want to move?
Nope. That's all like, if I can move. Oh, can I start? No, I can't do anything else.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, cool. There is something you could be doing.
Yeah, I realized that after I threw and
Okay.
used my action to attack.
Cool.
I got excited. I have a problem.
Listen, if you have the opportunity to throw boomerang,
I really
encourage
wanted
you
to throw the boomerang.
Yeah. Boomerangs are pretty cool.
I've never used one in D&D before.
Oh, I think that gives me an idea.
Now I know why.
All right, top of the order with Noth.
Right. I think I want to try and dislodge that that cork. I mean, we got to do something with this thing.
So your path to get there is roughly so you're more or less engaged in battle with two of these things, and the cork itself is not very far away. You have to move over about 15 feet, and then it's 10 feet up. So it's 10 feet off the ground.
Okay. I will use a bonus action because of nimble escape to use disengage.
Okay.
And make my way over to it.
Oh, hang on. CA just donated so I can get a nat 20 for my boomerang throw.
Nice.
Hey! I will use that next time.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you for the donation.
Thank you very much.
You guys are amazing.
Yes.
When the time comes, Jordan will smack a baddie right in the teeth with her dingo dart.
Dingo dart.
I think it should.
What?
Yeah. I was thinking, if I'm going for this, this cork and this boomerang is flying wild from the mist anyways, it might just come by and snatch the cork before I can get there.
I mean, how you want to do this, Bill? Dingo dart, that is canon.
Okay. All right. So it was a retrospective 20.
Yep.
Okay. So let's do that then. Let's go back in time 6 seconds. Dizzy, you throw this boomerang and it is beautiful, and you're kind of very satisfied as it passes past the heads of all three stone giants that you're currently looking at right now, and you're comfortable in knowing that was not your plan to begin with at all. You kind of very confidently flip your hair over to the side and look over at the cork, as this boomerang just bounces into the side of this, knocks it loose, and then the boomerang falls to the floor. After about a couple of seconds, as this thing kind of wobbles a little bit, it pops out and starts falling into the floor. And as I said before, there's kind of this funnel in the middle of the floor there's mesh on top of it, so there's no issue with you walking over top of it. But now that is you have restored the source of water. However, there was only a little bit in there, and because the giants are not moving that pillar around anymore, that little bit that was kind of stored up in there from the cork has come out, and then there is no water, as there is no water coming from any of the other faucets as well. So now you have to solve that problem.
I still flip my hair. Dingo ring.
Just
All right,
I'm reaching up for it.
Thank you for letting me have that.
Yes.
Oh, and I will turn around, and that has some comedic value to it, and I'm gonna make fun of the giants. I'm gonna make fun of the giants. With Tasha's hideous laughter, put a cork in it.
Oh.
No.
It's Tasha's hideous laughter. You're not supposed to enjoy the joke.
Yeah, that alone did some damage to me, man.
It's a DC 13.
Okay, DC.
Oh wait, hold on. Is there a save on it?
Yeah, it's a wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw. Okay, DC 13.
Yeah.
DC 13 wisdom save.
The spell description doesn't even use the phrase, use the term DC.
So that was a 12. So
okay.
I will say that Stone Giant 3 is now incapacitated with a almost a criminal amount of laughter as it relates to that awful joke. Okay, cool. Okay. Is that all you got?
Yeah, because I didn't attack. I used a bonus action move and a spell.
Okay, cool. All right, so it is then the laughing giant's turn. And so is there I have to roll over the save again?
I think with Tosh City left, the only time I think I have to roll
is take damage.
Yeah.
Oh, I take by damage. All right.
It's control spell, yeah.
Okay, cool. So how much damage do I take?
All.
I don't think it's.
No, it doesn't take.
We have to deal
it doesn't
damage.
take damage, but okay, it's at the end of each turn, and each time it takes damage, it can make another wisdom save.
I think
if it's triggered by damage, it has advantage on the save.
So I think until then, I think it's just stuck there laughing.
It's stuck there laughing, right? And
yeah.
so at the end of my turn, I can make another.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not gonna do anything.
Laughing at my hilarious joke is something.
Arguable.
Yeah, so let me roll that die for the wisdom save. That is a 4 + 1, 5.
Whoops.
Okay. So I'm sorry, give me 1 second. I'm really bad at multitasking.
You're doing great.
Okay. So then we go to the next stone giant. The next stone giant is going to take a giant swing at Fidget, the giant ape.
Yeah.
Aren't you happy for that?
Yes, I would be dead by now if not.
So that is a 13.
Yep.
Okay, so that is 28 bludgeoning damage. Clunk.
Yeah.
All right, next one is 7 plus 9, which that also hits, so take another 28 too.
Woo. Thank goodness for all those hit points.
I think we just got a donation.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, well,
so much
we got a $50 donation, Olive Garden. All the breadsticks.
Nice.
All right. So...
Oh, it felt so sad.
No. It's perfect. So here's how this is going to work. As these two blows are concussing this massive ape, and Dizzy's boomerang has loosened up this faucet. I think you're all kind of realizing that there's something almost extraplanar happening as you all start to be sort of sucked out of your own bodies, and you're having like this out of body experience as you start to move away from your physical bodies, your corporeal bodies, and you start to, first you're in the ethereal plane, and then you kind of feel yourself being pulled away into the astral plane, and then you've never heard of this plane before, but it has this beautiful olive colored sign. It says Olivier Garden. And
Must be French.
It's some kind of foreign language you haven't seen before. And right underneath it, it says, when you're here, you're family. And the 4 of the stone giants and the 4 of you enter into this unknown heretofore dimension, and you're seated at this massive table, large enough not only for the giant ape, King Kong, but also the 4 stone giants. And somehow, even though the dimensions of the tables and the seats and all of that stuff doesn't really make sense, for some reason here it does make sense. It actually makes a lot of sense. And for the moment, you forget that you're in the middle of a combat. You forget that you were ever angry at these people. You realize that not only do you not want to hurt these people, you respect them deeply for the job that they've done pushing this wheel around for what seems like ages. You feel a deep respect for the way that they just smacked you across the face with their giant clubs, and you almost want to engage in a dialogue of peers at the moment. So why don't we kick it off first to Dizzy. Dizzy, you get a seemingly unending bowl of what look like sort of these bread short swords.
Oh, the best kind of sword ever.
They're laid down in front of you, and the smell is something you've never smelled before, and it's this amazing aroma of garlic and salt and yeast. You stick one of them in your mouths, and the
we also just got raided by like 30-something people, so thank you for the raid. Welcome to Olive Garden.
Welcome to Olive Garden, where you hear your family. This is an extra-dimensional negotiation table that our 4 goblins are going to try and talk to these 4 stone giants. So you've got your mouth full of one of these breadsticks, these swords of yeast, and the stone giant that seems to be the one that had such a strong impact on Chuffy that he fell in love with them, seems to be their leader, and looks over at you as your mouth is full and says, "No. Well, why were you fighting with us? You came in with no warning. You destroyed the door above. You made me want to attack you. Why?"
Well, we didn't really attack you, so that just.
Well, no, you're wrong. This one over here did.
But I didn't. I tried to. I did the ding-a-ring.
And they look over at you, Noth, and said, "Why did you stick your pointed sword in my foot?"
I love their French. I love their French.
I'm a very well-read and educated stone giant. What did you think I thought about when I was there? I was a Sartre and Proust. Read all these things as pushing the stone thing around the pillar.
I had the shiny stick, and it said to. I don't know. I'm sorry.
You took on the water.
Well, I have to say, I don't know why he put that cork in there, but I realize that is probably why you are here. Yes, you're from the people that funnel served, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a crying lady that told us you guys did it.
It sounds like one big misunderstanding.
Don't know much about that, but yes, it seems as though, well, I wouldn't say it's a misunderstanding. This person who put the plug in there was, I don't know, it seemed a bit malicious with it. So I would recommend we stop our fights. We are, as I said, mutual respect. You came here with a certain purpose, and we just want to go back to our jobs.
Can you stop taking all the water?
Is there a way for the plug not to be put back in? Because
well, as I said, it is not something that I am in charge of. My friends and I, we are simply those that push the pillar around. This was the work of somebody who has recently come into some importance inside of the water factory. Someone who is a bit of a shady character. It seems as though he likes to carry around a big mole, like it's some kind of sledgehammer as he walks around. He's with the club. This big nasty person. I don't know if
I know a guy like that.
Oh, you do?
maybe we can work together and stop him.
This sounds like a great plan. If I can do something where there's nobody will come and try to attack me and stick my feet with these ridiculous small toothpicks of a weapon. And you can have your water back. I will have no problem with it. So, shall we enjoy some breadsticks?
Snacks!
my face is all greasy with the breadstick grease.
It's hard to argue over pasta.
Are there any mashed potatoes?
Oh gosh, no mashed potatoes.
And then we are going to dissolve fade into you are all back now in the same exact positions as you were as you come back from the Olivier Garden dimension through the astral plane, and then you land through the ethereal plane, and then your souls rejoin with your bodies. And Noth, you've got your pike raised up, and you kind of look up at the stone giant, and then you put your pike down.
Why do I taste breadsticks still?
That's so good.
Is that real?
Well, no
Let
doubt.
me hear. You're not gonna step on me, right?
You sort of sheath my pike.
Chuffy, you kind of are looking out from inside of the barrel crab, and you notice that the stone giant that was standing up right next to you, that was just banging away at this thing with their hammer, kind of reaches down and puts their hand out.
Like, oh, we can come to some resolution. Grab his hand.
It is very comically missized, and in fact, like
It's like a little teeny tiny.
Yeah, they take your body and place it in the center of their hand, and then sort of like put you on their shoulder and like give you a little nuzzle.
Oh.
Fit, you are still a giant ape, and
I think it's done by now.
How long does polymorph last?
Polymorph lasts like.
I thought it was an hour.
Yeah, an hour.
Oh, that's plenty of time. Yeah, okay. Let's keep it. He's still an ape. So the one that you
had service at Olive Garden.
I mean, she
the one that
honestly,
you were sparring off.
She might have honestly like lost concentration when she started eating the breadsticks.
Yeah, that's some stuff that will break your concentration.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So she probably.
I'm fine with it being. Yeah, it was fun while it lasted.
Poof.
I just think it's I think it's visually cooler if you're like sparring off with this stone giant, and then you realize that you just want to hug. And so this ape and the stone giant embrace each other in a very beautiful moment. And and Dizzy, you're standing there next to the faucet with water pouring down, and
water not so bad.
And you look up, and everybody kind of realizes that everybody's better off working together. And what they do is they then each one picks you up by the scruffs of your neck. And now we're going to say that your ape form is gone, so that they can do this. And then they put you back on top of the platform up there. Okay. And the one that was speaking before says, I suppose you probably know where to find this other person. So why don't you hustle on now? And hopefully we'll never see each other again. This was a great exercise in friendship and camaraderie and
my heart.
Love.
Thank you so much. You'll be a forever friend.
Don't you?
I will see you again. It's not that far from my place. I can be up here in a few hours every other day.
Every other day.
Down.
And they go back to pushing the thing back, and you see the water start gushing again.
Now I think we have something to say to a certain villain with a maul.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a good thing.
Yeah. That set him on fire? Evil grin.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I think this is the scene where we walk away and everything explodes behind us as we're coming off the camera.
We put our fist up in the air, like Breakfast Club ending.
Michael Bay moments where let's just say that there are now, as a security measure, there are zip lines just everywhere, purely for security. And so you guys all zip line down from the wall back towards where the beginning of that pipe is now. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that you notice now is that where you climbed up and there was no water in there, it is now full of a gush of water going into this hole. So luckily you still have water breathing on. It's just gonna take a bit of a leap of faith.
A little finesse.
Well, shall we do this jump right?
Well,
yeah, let's do it right.
If I've learned anything in this adventure, it's not to be afraid of swimming and to jump in feet first.
Good idea.
You want to get anywhere in this world.
Dizzy's Pocahontas swan diving.
So... As
feet first!
No!
as a nice,
with it. I'm going in head first.
As a nice visual callback to the very beginning of the episode, the four of you are standing at the mouth of this cave that's now full of water, and you all simultaneously jump in a show of camaraderie, and you start gushing down. you flow through back where the waterfall was, and you go over the waterfall. And as that's happening, you see the water elemental that was down there before kind of give you a thumbs up and like a radical sign.
Dude,
You fly over the waterfall and down into the other tube, and then the entire Warren now is full of people that are celebrating the return of the water, and you come into the middle of the river and are deposited back almost in this perfect wave that has formed with the pressure of the water. You're ejected out of the water itself onto the bridge right next to where Chief Wiggly Tush is standing up top there, and you're all kind of prone, but you're next to each other. You're soaking wet, but you are safe.
Thirsty, you got some explaining to do.
No.
What happened? I'm so surprised to see the water back so soon.
Chief Wiggly Tush, you sent the right people.
Yeah.
How did you do it? What happened?
Well,
I was all dizzy.
huh?
Yeah.
Peace
Dizzy.
can always happen over breadsticks.
Breadsticks is what saved the water.
Yeah.
What is this breadstick you mentioned? It sounds delicious.
It's a stick made of bread.
I've got one right
But
here.
darling-
I gotta pull it out. Just this soggy mushroom.
Yeah, it's all soggy and moldy. Hey,
you
it's
mind
a
if I
full
try it? It
circle with the potato. It's a full circle.
Yeah.
So, tell me, please, what's caused the backup of the water?
Well,
Mm.
Well, I think it was an inside job.
We're all like, yeah.
Well,
Inside job. That's all I can tell you.
yeah.
Now, because Corry is forgetting here, this was Chief Wigglitush's son with the mall, right?
It was his second in command. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
Second in command.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, fortune favors the bold.
But not.
Chief Wiggletush, you'll have to wait for another day to find out. I'm a coward.
You're a coward.
I would be careful of who's in your second command.
What? It's a big wampus. What's wrong with Big Wampus? I thought it was
Well,
Wampa, actually.
He's a cad. He did it.
He did it. Yep.
Dizzy grabs the breadstick from Nah.
The breadstick knows all.
Gird
Mystic breadstick.
over Noth. Gird over Fidget. Gird over Chuffy. Gird over Dizzy.
Are you saying GERD like gastrointestinal?
No,
reflux
like
disease?
good. She's saying good.
Oh, good. Oh, I thought you said GERD.
No.
You're casting a spell.
And then, is the second in command in sight?
Yeah, actually. So you can
Bad
see him
apple.
kind of.
Bad.
What do you mean? Fidget,
See?
you said something about Big Wampum not being a good person. What exactly do you mean?
He did it.
He did it.
Oh,
He did it.
He put a cork in the spout.
Yeah, that.
That's not good at all. And he looks down and eyes the second in command and says, "Well, he will have to be dealt with for sure. But as for the four of you, you remain the heroes of the Warrens. We will conduct
Another feast?
another ceremony, of course, with lots of. What exactly do you want? This will be a feast explicitly in your honor. What should we cook for you?
Olive Garden!
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
about these breadsticks?
And I imagine like the four of you are like Olive Garden, and then freeze frame.
Or the alternate ending where we all do the jump up freeze.
Yeah.
Don't you forget
And-
about me.
That's where we're gonna end.
Hey!
Hey.
Excellent.
Hey,
Amazing.
All right.
Amazing.
Well done. Thank you so much.
Thank
Oh,
you
yeah,
so
that
much,
was-
guys.
That was awesome.
You,
Oh,
you
man.
guys were all fantastic players. I really
Yeah.
love that. So let me talk a little bit about what we have going on for the whole rest of the weekend. I think what Jordan is 58 hours of just continual
Something like
play.
that.
Jordan is playing in another game later on tonight at 3 a.m.
Mhm.
I am playing in a game on Sunday night at 8. What about you, Corey? What are you doing the rest of the weekend, if any?
Well, I am actually going to be running a game on Sunday at is it 8 p.m. Eastern? No, 4 p.m. Eastern.
4 p.m.
I will be running Lost in Zendrick, where we will be doing a murder whodunit to discover what happened to Dr. Moreau's.
Nice.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Ty, what about you? Are you you got anything going on for the rest of the weekend?
I think this was it for for me for the weekend, and this was my last RPG for a while because my wife's baby is due.
Oh,
But-
no way.
Oh.
Yeah, it's supposedly the 11th,
Congratulations.
but it could be the 11th. It could be in 20 minutes.
Oh, congratulations.
I was just hoping it didn't happen on
Congratulations.
stream, but then after that, but after I come back, I will definitely be more involved in future ones. So y'all can look forward to seeing me again.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
fantastic.
That'd be
Oh.
quite the ending to the stream if that happened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would. I was braced, but I was hoping not. But
Yeah.
I was prepared.
We put a whole no meaning to the rushing of water.
Yep.
Oh god.
Oh jeez.
All right, and what about you, Dak? What are you doing for the rest of the weekend?
Just like Ty, this is going to be the last game I'll be in.
Okay, cool.
I'll be cheering everyone on for the rest of the weekend and be joining in the chat when I can.
That's awesome. Well, cool. So just as a reminder, whenever anybody out there that is watching can over the entire weekend, we are collecting money for One Drop for Flint, which is the charity that we're supporting during this donation drive. All money is going directly to that charity, and in fact is being used specifically by filters for the people of Flint. Jordan, am I forgetting anything?
So I'm actually DMing a game tomorrow night.
Oh.
If you want to come check it out. That'll be happening at 12 o'clock midnight, so bring your popcorn. And it's going to be set in my homebrew world that actually Bill is one of my players in. So,
Nice.
Feel free to add to the chaos, because, I mean, eventually Bill's character and a couple other people are going to have to deal with it. So, that's going to be interesting. But why don't we go around real quick to see where else people can find you, if you want to plug where you're at. Dak, why don't we start with you?
Well, you can find me on the Twitters. You can find me under Daquine Game Army. That is all one word. And you can find me on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook as Daquine Gaming. And you can also find me under the Thread Raider Discord as well. And that's where you can find me.
Awesome. Fishy?
Yeah, you can find me. You can just find me on Twitter at Fish Out of Water. That's FEESHOUTTA water, all one word. And yeah.
Okay. DM Corey?
Okay, so I am all over the place. Primarily, you can find me on Twitter at DM Corry. It's at DM Corry on all of my social media and everything. I'm doing streaming with at No Initiative TV. We just started up a troop. We've got a couple different things going on with that. Primarily over on Chromatic Chimera. We are running an Eberron-based campaign over there, and that is going smashingly. Pirates and airships and a bunch of Indiana Jones vibe kind of thing going on with that. And then I've got Meat Grinder going on over at Encounter Roleplay coming up the end of March, where we are going to intentionally kill a bunch of PCs. Yep. I mean, hey,
Why not?
there's got to be both sides of this coin. If I'm going to be an
Yeah.
evil DM, I've just got to embrace
gotta
my
go
inner
for it.
evil.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know that feeling.
How about
So
you,
that
Bill?
one-
Oh, go on.
And that one's also going to be in up in Neveron. Probably something to do with the Sybaris Death Trap, Dragon Shard, Tower Defense type thing. Resurrection of an evil dragon.
That's crazy. How about you, Bill?
So I think probably the best place to get me is on Twitter, and I believe the overlay has my Twitter handle, Philadelphia, with some underscores in there. I also am playing in a campaign with Jordan and 2 other folks. Or is it 3? Yeah, it's 3 other people.
Yeah.
And we run on Tuesday nights. It's called Geek Attack. Tuesday nights at 9:30 to 11:30 ish, give or take, and that is a fantastic blast of a time. We're basically trying to save the world and not die in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So that can be found at Geek Attack on Twitter.
And we stream here on Thread Raiders channel. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
So I can be found on Twitch and on Twitter at D&D Jordan Lee. Like Bill so eloquently put, I'm also on Geek Attack. And I can also be found on the Thread Raiders Discord and usually roaming about on So Maddie's channel as well. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Please stay tuned. We have some amazing things planned for the rest of this weekend. Actually, Sean and I will be talking for the next half hour. And then Sminny is doing looks to be some kind of system in space. That's going to be starting up in about a half hour. So there's going to be tons of stuff to do. Please stay tuned. And then Chet has a game too. So who knows, that game I think might have a Bob Ross mimic again. So we will see what happens. So it's going to be a really fun late game. But thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you soon. All right, bye guys.